Hello, welcome to another episode of Practical AI. We enjoy your comments. We enjoy the discussion. We'll leave notes in the discussion note box, and we will try to stay on top of current events in the AI space. Our goal with this YouTube series is to try to tackle current events in the AI space from both a technical and non-technical perspective. My name is Jeff Northrup. This is Peter Lynn. Today's topic is deepfakes. And Peter, we could either go negative or positive with this episode. I think you're generally more positive. What sparked this was an awesome deepfake. Well, not a deepfake really, but just David Attenborough was used on a cat video, which was kind of fun. So I'll pull it up here real quickly, if you don't mind, and then we can talk about it.
In the shelter of the residential neighborhood is where we find our next creature. The domestic black and white tuxedo house cat. Here you see he is resting for the big hunt that is soon to come. He'll rest here for a few hours. Then suddenly a sound of a door opening signifies that the hunt is on. It's a human. The cat lets out a roar to coerce this human into giving him food. Against all odds, the human obeys him and provides him with a bountiful offering.
All right, so very impressive, right? Peter, what are you seeing in there? I mean, this is impressive, right? It's kind of fun. What's going on in there?
Basically, someone trained a voice model based on samples of David Attenborough, which is pretty easy because there's tons of videos on the internet and there's tons of recordings. And so they took that, they basically scraped all the audio and then trained a model to sound like David Attenborough.
Now, do you think that they also trained the background music was also AI, or do you think that was layered in after?
That was just edited in later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So the cool thing is, like, let's say you're a movie star and you're in your 70s and you have a well-known voice. So it's like, Sean Connery or Samuel L. Jackson or any one of the famous stars that have a really recognizable voice. You could basically, if someone came to them and said, hey, I want to use your voice, I'll pay you X million dollars and we'll train a voice to sound like you. And then when someone uses your voice, you'll get a royalty and we get to offer this service. And anyone could use it to make videos or movies or whatever. Like, that'll probably happen in the future.
Yeah, clearly. And also, I mean, obviously we've already seen some of the deepfake stuff that's happening. Do you think that AI will be able to stay on top of deepfakes? Like, if people are making videos about Biden falling down or something like that, is there a way that AI can be used in that space as well to see that there's a deepfake there?
Right. So there are efforts to detect deepfakes. So I know the DARPA has had a project for many years now to detect deepfakes. Researchers have also been looking into it. And the latest research shows that it's probably possible. But it's always going to be a cat and mouse where people doing deepfakes are going to get better. And so people that are detecting deepfakes will have to then improve. And so it'll be a nonstop battle.
Well, so the question kind of becomes then is, is a lack of trust, if we want to call it that, in media, videos, and voices and stuff like that. Is that sort of inevitable at this point?
To me, it is. But I think that people also tend to trust the internet too much, right? Like there's that old meme of like, if it was on the internet, then it didn't exist.
Yeah.
Which obviously is not true. Yeah, like in the cycling world, when Strava, the social app came out, like everyone started saying, well, your ride didn't exist if it's not on Strava, as a way to get other people to get on Strava.
Hmm.
But it's like, no, you actually rode. I mean, like that was a real ride.
So for things that trust is less important, so like Hollywood or the news, we could see either sort of this recreation of old favorites. Like I want my news. I want Sean Connery to do my news for me every night. Or um, a partnership between a real person and a fake person, right? Like Stuart Varney doesn't want to go in for work on Thursday, so they're gonna do an AI version for him. Um, this could be a reality where there's like this buildup of of AI material and AI people really that are basically delivering to us some kind of entertainment, right?
Yeah, and to me that's the cool part. So if we ignore all the deep fakes, all the stuff that's negative about using deep fakes to manipulate votes or to manipulate other people, from a creative perspective, like if someone wants to write a script and make a movie, like today you would have to write the script, you have to submit it to the studios, it would sit in a huge pile of scripts, and if someone actually reads your script and decides, oh, I want to make a movie out of this, then you go through the whole entire process of greenlighting a movie, casting it, finding a director, right? So I mean, whereas with tools like ChatGPT, where you can generate things, if you can write a script in the future, you'll be able to create a movie. There'll be services where you can put your script in and you could say, I want the male character to have this voice. I want the female character to sound like this person. I want the characters to have this outfit, look this way. Like maybe your lead female character has brown hair or blonde hair, and they're this tall, they're roughly this weight. You know, my male character, I want it to look like Brad Pitt, or I want to look like someone else, right? You can pick, and then you can make a movie within a few hours.
Yeah,
Just
I don't remember where I saw this. Maybe we talked about it, but the idea, the notion was that in Hollywood in the future, the writers' strike, they should be concerned because at some point in the future, AI will be in a position to be able to maybe come up with three ideas at 8 a.m., have AI produce three full-size movies by lunch, and then test them, and by the afternoon be tweaking the one that got the best rating. I mean, that's incredible, but that's not even science fiction at this point. That's very possible in the near future.
I think in terms of like actually writing the script. So right now, a lot of a lot of publishers and a lot of movie studios are getting flooded by really poor quality scripts and manuscripts that are from ChatGPT.
Mm.
And so a lot of the science fiction publishers have stopped receiving or accepting manuscript submissions because they're just flooded with really terrible, low quality manuscripts, right? Because someone basically went up to ChatGPT and said, write me a science fiction with blah, 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 and it generated it.
Yeah.
So I think you'll still need a human to write the script, to have a good turn in the plot, to really embody it with interesting characters that you want to care about. But in terms of like generating the actual animation or the art, we're at the point where like it can do a fairly decent job.
Yeah.
As long as your story is good, people will watch it.
Well, here's I'll share this one. This is the news anchor in Korea. She's AI.
AI news anchor. It's a replica of one of their anchor women, so it copies everything from her look and her facial mannerisms to the sound of her voice. The AI anchor delivers the news briefings 4 times a day on the station's online channel. I think we should all get one.
And then here's the one out of India, which I thought was really good.
Hello, you are watching Aaj Tak AI and I am Aaj Tak's AI anchor Sana. I have brought big news from India and abroad. So let's have a look at the headlines of this time. Tamil Nadu Minister Senthil Balaji hospitalized and in ICU for chest pain after arrest.
So what's amazing is that like each of those news anchors has a mic and like wires, you know, like for their earpiece. It's like they've AI'd everything. They haven't even like, I mean, maybe in the future they'll be like more attractive or wearing more popular clothing or something, but in that instance, they basically recreated everything down to the most detailed level.
Yeah. Yep. And actually, there's an episode recently by MKBHD about how Hollywood does green screening. And so now it's almost to the point where like you don't have to be a student anymore. If you're a YouTuber with enough followers, you could on a small scale go into these rooms where you can do there's a huge LCD screen that'll project an environment, and it'll actually record your movement using markers. So you wear a green suit, it's got markers on it, and then it'll put you in that environment, and it can even change your outfit if you want. Like if you want to wear a tux, or if you want to switch to something else, it'll do it. And it's to the point where like you don't actually need a huge Hollywood studio in order to do this really cool like computer generated graphics.
Yeah, that's neat. Well, it seems like this AI of humans and voices and actors, and it sounds like it's just going to get more and more prevalent, and it's going to probably revolutionize a lot of industries, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, for me, the great thing is that more people can make cool stuff.
Yeah.
So this was not just like a few people in California making.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Well, this is a good discussion. I'm sure there's going to be more of these as we proceed down the AI train highway. Peter, thank you for this discussion. We'll catch up. Please like and subscribe, and we'll come back with a new episode soon. Take care.